Hey folks, Tim Walcott here from Motor Strength Health Club. Just want to make a quick video about cardiovascular exercise and how it pertains to a fat loss program or someone who has a goal of losing weight. A lot of people wonder, do I need to do cardio to lose fat? The answer to that is no. In theory, you don't. You just need to consume less calories, less energy, less food than energy or calories that you're expending. Right, so that's what's called a negative energy balance or a caloric deficit. Right, so you're consuming less than you're expending, resulting in a negative balance, and then your body has to burn fat to make up for that. That's the idea. So in theory, you don't have to do cardio. Although I like adding cardio to a fat loss program because one reason is it may create adherence long term. People can learn how to do it, forms or modes of exercise and cardio that they like, and they can actually start to look forward to it, like I actually personally am right now. I never used to do it for a while, and now I'm doing it quite regularly, and I make time for it, and I really enjoy it. So I think that just came from doing it regularly, and now I actually like it. Also, the heart benefits, among others, but just the general health benefits of aerobic exercise. I think it's important to encourage it for those reasons as well. But in conjunction to fat loss, which is what this video is about, I also like it it creates a little bit of a buffer zone. So we know that there's going to be times where you're eating quote-unquote junk food or foods with higher calories. It's going to make its way into your diet, and that's fine. What cardio can do for you in that regard is create a bit of a buffer zone so that it doesn't throw your diet too out of whack. So you may overeat, whatever. You're not overeating by 800 calories now, you're overeating by 300 or 400 calories, something like that, right? Just as an example. So it creates a bit of that buffer zone. Here are some more considerations here. Identify what forms of cardio may interfere with your regular training by causing lasting fatigue that carries over into your training sessions on subsequent days. So that's things like hill sprinting, particularly if you haven't done it before, creates a lot of fatigue. Something like that could cause some problems as far as fatigue and performance in your subsequent training sessions the day after, 2 days after, a week after, whatever, depending on where your conditioning is at that point. Something else to consider is identify what forms of cardio get you a good bang for your buck. That is, what forms of cardio provide the largest ROI for equal levels of effort. So that kind of overlaps with the point before, but that's one of the reasons why I like incline walking or hiking, or even just a moderate pace stationary bike, because the fatigue cost is relatively low for the level of effort I'm putting in, and I still get quite a bit of caloric expenditure, just again maximizing that buffer zone, especially if I'm doing it regularly. It all adds up at the end of the week, at the end of the month. Another consideration is to identify what forms of cardio you dislike the most and what ones you enjoy the most. So this may be in contradiction to the point before, or the 2 points before, talking about ROI, return on investment, and fatigue costs. You may really like sprinting. Well, you need to find a way to reconcile that with your regular training program then, which is fine. But you just need to. There is a way to do that. You need to figure out how to do that. But I think this is probably the most important one: is to find out what forms of cardio you like the most and do that either exclusively or most of the time, and try and avoid ones you don't like, which is perfectly fine. I think that was a great way to maximize adherence over the long term. Yeah, don't do cardio you don't like. Nobody's time for that, unless you're playing a sport, in which case a certain type of cardio you may need to do for your sport. Last point here: consider that you can get other things done while you perform cardio. So emails, text, social media, or watch Netflix or podcasts while you're doing cardio. I know I just had an online client message me yesterday, say that, hey, I'm really starting to like cardio now because I get catch up on my Netflix show that I'm currently watching. So now they're looking forward to it, and guess what? Their adherence for their cardio sessions has improved significantly. Not only we had them, I think, trying to get them to do 2 sessions a week, and now they're on their own just already doing 3, as of last week anyway. So that's pretty cool. And I think it's particularly useful when you look at cardio, like something like that, especially if you're doing something slow or at a moderate pace, like if you're sitting on a bike or if you're doing a Stairmaster or if you're walking. You can definitely catch up on your emails or use that as a time to get your social media done. That's what I do quite a bit. But yeah, so those are some thoughts and considerations on cardio as it pertains to fat loss. If you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment below. I would appreciate any likes, shares, comments, any feedback if you have any. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.